Well, I'm known as the grumpy vlogger. I'll gripe and complain longer. Please do me the adieu and kindly view me on YouTube.
My fellow Americans, I am Lloyd Mendenhall, the Grumpy Vlogger. I am running for President of the United States of America in the 2020 election. I will be running on the Indem Republican ticket. I, along with my running mate, James Boyd from Above and Beyond Drones, would like your support. We stand for nothing, and we won't stand for anything. Remember, bite me. Vote for me, and I will set you free. Paid for by the Grumpy Vlogger Campaign Committee, and I approve this message. Thank you. How do, everyone? Wow, that was a bad start. I hope the rest of the night isn't like this. Hang on, I'm trying to get something set up here. There we go. Let me get this moved over here. And let me bring in my illustrious and infamous co-host, none other than 400 AGL. Is this the right one? I believe that is. Is that the right one?
Well, looky there. You hit the right button.
All right. Oh, my God. You don't know what happened. Yeah, you do. I had to restart. It kept saying up.
I got the text. I was outside. I was looking at my phone, and about the time everything went haywire, my phone said, "Not enough battery to." Goodbye. So.
Well.
Yeah.
Shut off
anyway.
Real quick, because no need of having it on right now. Is it off? Or did I turn it back on? There we go. All right. I'm sitting there looking at the wrong thing. Anyways, so.
Well, make sure you bring your mic up enough.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Or sit closer to it, yeah.
How about this? There we go.
Well, we'll see if anybody complains. But you sounded a little soft on my end.
Okay, well. All right.
There you go.
There we go. Get it turned towards me. Yeah. Anyways, what happened is I'd scheduled this new go live control room, and you have to set it up for, I don't know what I did. I apparently scheduled it, and I didn't realize it, and I was sitting there, and it started telling me how much time, and it's, I had it scheduled, and so, of course, naturally, it was trying to use something else to go live with, yet it was waiting on me, so I unscheduled it, and I just clicked that off, and then clicked the live button, and then I had to set everything else back up. And that's what
I don't schedule the live.
I don't either
anymore.
usually. I don't know why it was like that today, but I was dinking around trying to, I think, set my, adult or kiddies or whatever, Anyways, it was just one of those sort of situations.
I'll be right back.
Well, okay, folks, let me get the chat up. Okay, I have rearranged my desk, so hopefully when I read the chat, I'm sort of looking at you too. You just realized you didn't have your sound effects button. You forgot your sound effects button, right?
You reminded me that I didn't have mine plugged
in. Anyways, let's welcome. I'm going to welcome everybody while I'm thinking about it before I forget. Let's start at the top. Okay, we got Jim Wallace, Drone Worship, 400 AGL. Well, okay. Andrew Silverfox, and Help at Home Jim. Artco Drone Solutions, and Tater Rogers, Mike B, the Drone Ranger, Fly Natural, who, thank you. He was in. He sent me a message. Says, "You're running late. It's 7:01." I said, "Yeah, I know." Yeah, I was working like a one-armed paper hanger there. Anyways, is that politically correct? No, it's not, but who cares? Anyways,
Who
Fly Natural,
cares?
thank you. Drone Life RC, Artco Drone Solution, I've mentioned. Steve Mack, all right. And Drone Life RC, Ben Cartwright. And who else have I missed? I think I've got everybody so
Bob
far.
Casey,
Oh, Bob Casey.
Jody from Drone Shots.
Oh, Jody. Okay, they snuck in at the bottom of the list. Cardoso Media, and who else? Oh, Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk. I can't forget Grant. And yeah, okay. Whew. I think I got everybody.
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah, if I'm lucky. This earphone is bothering me tonight, and I think it's because I got a bit of an earache left from standing out in that wind the other day, which I still have not got my video edited, and it'll probably be tomorrow before I finally get it all done, just because I haven't had time. But I mentioned the other day, and I can't remember. It might have been yesterday's video or today's video that we were on the way to Tulsa or to Broken Arrow. Anyways, and we went up there for a follow up, and okay, here we go. Yeah, that's what wrong. That's what. Hey. Boy, you do look older. Huh?
You didn't call me.
I didn't call you. What was I supposed to call you?
I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah. Okay. You guys know who it is. Yeah.
Man, that's a
By
big
the way,
head.
You didn't call me. What kind of friend are you?
I've already.
That's a big head.
Yeah, that is a big head. Yes, it takes up the whole. Well, happy birthday, by the way. And if you're watching the show, just pay attention because I got something special just for the birthday boy. So, wish everyone everyone wish Greg a happy birthday. My show started off wrong. I was scrambling at the last minute. I had to restart the whole thing. I almost thought I was using Wirecast.
Well, I was about to say it must be that you're using vMix.
Yeah, no, yeah, I thought I was using Wirecast. Okay.
Okay, see you, mate.
Later, mate,
Bye.
and happy birthday.
Okay.
Oh.
That's become quite the thing with him calling just after you start your show now, isn't it?
It's become just a
That's
regular
funny.
part of the show now.
Yep.
It's sort of like Ken with his Raz. He has to have it's like, but why? Because people gripe if they, people start saying pretty soon, Greg didn't call tonight. What's going on?
Yeah,
Oh.
right.
Yeah. By the way, that's very nice, Fly Natural, of you putting all the birthday candles, because that's probably not even close enough. But for those of you, this, I'm going to jump right into this part of it. The whole Cabana crap that YouTube's doing, whatever they're calling it, COPPA.
Yep.
Well,
COPPA.
one of the things they're going to start doing is their AI is going to start monitoring emojis, and if they see an excess of too many emojis, they will shut you down. If you do it again, they will shut your channel down permanently, and they'll kick you off Google and everything, because for some reason they consider it a spammer. And
Well, that's only if you do it on kids' channels, right?
no, no. Matter of fact, Pusha Studios has asked everybody. They're probably one of the biggest users of emojis. They've actually started telling people to quit using them because they will ban you from your channel. Because they're trying to eliminate spammers
I
now.
haven't read that.
Yeah, that's one of the new changes coming on January, and that's what they were told, or that's what they said, and they've been pretty spot on with everything else. So when it comes to that, yeah, I think it's ridiculous. I think it is ridiculous. But it's just YouTube not wanting to. Hello, Jeff Ellenberger. It's just YouTube not wanting to take responsibility for their own crap. They're the ones that started targeting kids with their commercials. Parents should.
Advertising.
Yeah. First off, parents should watch their own kids. Yeah, they should watch their own kids, and not leave it up to us to do.
It's not up to the net nanny. That's exactly right.
We aren't the net nanny, and that's the whole thing.
But
yeah, they are. They're starting to dump on
it's
themselves.
not only YouTube. It's not only YouTube. A lot of this stuff that YouTube is implementing is coming from the Federal Trade Commission.
Yes.
I've seen videos
Yeah.
where the lawyer for FTC,
Right.
he flat said, for us, meaning Federal Trade Commission, it's going to be like shooting fish in a barrel. YouTube is the barrel and the content creators are the fish.
Yep.
We are going after every single one of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is exactly what he said.
Yeah.
So
and the reason is because, all right, one of the guys, and I didn't get to see his video, and I want to go back and look at it, but Dole Whip Dad, he does a lot of, he's into Disney. He started taking his kids when they were young, and it became a family thing, and they started collecting all the Disney collectibles, and it's just something he does. His kids are, teenagers now, or young adults, and but he loves Disney, but so here he is doing this kind of stuff. Well, what happened is they saw kids were looking at Disney, so they started watching. So people like the toy makers and the manufacturers, they started targeting those channels and using that. I originally thought it was for was because of pedophiles, but it's not. It's the way YouTube gathered the information to sell to sell commercials on, and say, hey, we got this guy over here that's got 5,000 kids watching, and it's the Federal Trade FTC, yeah, the Federal Trade Commission, because they think it's exploitating children to sell them a $250 Dumbo, and to use YouTube to sell that, okay, or a Power Ranger, whatever is cool today. I don't know. And it's just, you can't use the anymore to substitute.
Well,
yeah.
the thing is if you mark your channel as not made for kids,
you don't have a problem.
Not family friendly,
right,
or child friendly, depending on how you mark your channel. If you do it at the channel level, then you don't have to do each video. Each video will be automatically set.
Hang on a second. Yeah, go ahead and say that. Let me put you on full screen.
As long as if you mark your channel for not made for children, and you do not make content directed at children, then you're going to be safer than the people that mark their content for children. Those are the people that really have to be careful. Those are the people that are going to be watched a lot more closely. However, if you mark your channel not made for children and then deliberately target children in your videos, then you're going to get a visit from the Federal Trade Commission. And they are putting a lot of money and a lot of effort into tracking all of this. The Federal Trade Commission is. So your tax dollars are at work, folks. The advantage of marking your channel not made for children and you make no children content is that kids won't be able to find your channel. Anybody under the age of 13. One thing I do agree with Dan about is that it should be under 18, because under 18 is considered a child in the United States. You're not a legal adult until you turn 18. So I think it should be 18 and above and 17 and below. But anyway, if you mark your channel not made for children, you're going to be safer. You are going to lose some revenue if you're monetized already, because the way it was, YouTube could put any kind of ads on your channel that the advertisers thought would draw them attention. And it could be for a $200 Dumbo, or it could be for a $2,000 drone. But now, if you mark your channel not made for children, you won't have any ads on your channel that are directed at that age group. So you won't get any monetization from that age group. If 20% of your current advertising is that age group, then you're going to lose 20% of your monetization revenue from Google. So it depends on your channel analytics. And Dan and I compared ours over the phone and looking at our analytics. On mine, for example, I had no viewers under the age of 18, according to YouTube's analytics. Dan had like 20% of his. So in comparison between Dan's and my channel, Dan's going to lose some revenue because he's going to lose that group of viewers. And it amounted to about 20% of his entire viewership. I'm not going to lose any because I don't have any viewers below that age group, according to YouTube's analytics. So I'm not too concerned about it. Will you still have the same number of ads running? Yes, you will still have the same number of ads, they'd just be different ads. Every one of my videos, everything that I do will have an ad on it. It just won't be an ad directed at children. So I'm not concerned about it. And that may be an ad that doesn't make as much money because it's not directed at children. Let's face it. There's two places to make money in this world: sex and kids. Not necessarily together, hopefully not together.
Exactly.
But sex sells.
Yeah.
It's a fact. Stuff directed at kids sells because kids say, "Mommy, Daddy, I want that." And
Right.
Mommy and Daddy go buy it for them.
Yeah.
Okay? So I'm not gonna get into the whole thing, but you're gonna lose some revenue. That's all there is to it. Dan may lose more than me, percentage-wise. Lloyd may lose less than me, percentage-wise. But I'm not worried about it. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. I'm gonna comply with the law. I'm gonna #fly legal, and it doesn't matter if I'm driving my car, making YouTube videos, or flying my drone. #fly legal. Period. The end. I made a little video clip to show you how to change your channel to adult only if that's what you want to do.
Yeah. Well, that's what I did. What did he say? They just get this tag. I've already.
Sex and children.
Oh.
Those two words probably will get this video tagged as not child friendly.
Well, I've already got all mine set that way anyways. I do not have mine set as family oriented. I set my whole channel because if I want to drop the F-bomb, it's my damned right.
That's exactly right.
So I don't mind kids watching, but hey, it's up to their mommy and daddy to make sure that they understand that I'm a grouchy old fart and I'm liable to say shit they don't like.
There you go.
Anyways,
well,
400
I can play that
AGLEs.
video now.
Yeah, if you want to
I've
do
got
that,
to add. I've got to add audio to it, Rosie. I don't have the audio done on it yet. I'm in the middle of editing it actually, but I did load a copy to vMix, and I can play that, Lloyd. If you wanna put it full screen, I can play that little
yeah,
video clip
absolutely. Let me do that
and
right
try
now.
to narrate it as we go.
Make sure your audio is on.
Cut that over
Okay.
there. Make sure that stays turned on so I can hear you. Okay, everybody, what you do is you go to your YouTube studio. From there, on the bottom left, you go to Settings. Really easy to find. It's right there. In the Settings window, you have some options on the left. You choose Channel and then Advanced Settings. Now, this is for your whole channel. This is settings for all your channel. And right there, you will find all the options for, yes, this channel is made for kids. No, this channel is not made for kids. Or I want to review the setting for every video. So, excuse me. The option that you want to make if you do not make content directed at children is the middle one. And I'm going to hit play on the thing here and let it resume. So you select the middle one right there. No, set this channel is not made for kids. I never upload content that's made for kids. Now they're talking about kids under the age of 13 here, okay? That's where YouTube drew the limit, or Federal Trade Commission won. And then after that, down at the very bottom of that settings window, you will find a save button. All you do is click save and you're done. That's all there is to it. It's just that simple.
Okay. All right.
That's the end of the video, Lloyd.
That's the end of the video. I'm trying. Okay. Well, that's fine, but your window's black. You got to quit sharing it.
My window's black. Oh, that's
Yeah.
because the video's in my window, isn't it?
Yeah.
That means I got to put my camera in the window. How's that? Is that better?
That's a lot better, considering it wasn't my screw up this time. It was yours.
Oh, now I got to turn your audio back on. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
too many buttons to push. Now I can hear you, too. I can see you and I can hear you.
Oh, that's good. Good.
You can set videos as not made for kids, but the FTC reviews your video and sees anything that that's right. And that's the problem. That is the actual problem right there, the way it's worded, because they actually use the phrase appeal to children. There's no way to know if your stuff's going to appeal to a child or not.
That's the thing.
That's like, an opinion. Opinions are like noses and everything else. Everybody's got one. So it's a can of worms.
Yeah,
overall,
it is.
It's a can of worms.
I think the FTC has overstepped their bounds on this one. I mean, yeah, they needed to crack down on some of it, but I think YouTube skated by on a lot of stuff. But they've left us in a, and I've heard other people talk about going to a different platform. They'll just chase us. They're just going to.
It doesn't matter where you go.
It doesn't matter where you go.
It's all going to end up the same.
It's going to end up the same eventually if it hasn't got caught now.
That's exactly right.
But, I mean, mine says the grumpy vlogger. I mean, that pretty well, what kid's going to watch some grumpy guy, and a vlogger on top of that? There's nothing about my channel that in 400
The people that are going to
AG.
get hurt the worst, the people that are going to get hurt the worst are people like PewDiePie, people that do children's content,
Yeah.
gamers. There's a lot of kids, a lot of kids that play games, video games.
Oh, yeah.
All these first-person shooter games and all that stuff. The problem is parents aren't raising their children anymore nowadays. Now it's
Well,
up
and
to
that's
the
what
village.
it comes down to. Yeah, it's what it comes down to is the friggin' parents don't know how to be parents or don't want to be parents or they've chosen not to be parents, And here's an iPad for, well, they cost a basic iPad now, $300 or $400, a couple hundred.
Yeah, you can get them for a couple $100.
Yeah,
An older one.
an older one. But let's say you get them a new one for Christmas, right? Because what kid wants a used iPad, right? So here's $400 toy. Go sit in the corner and leave me alone while I watch football and drink a couple of beers.
Yep.
You know, I said that
Yep.
to it. One of the videos I'm doing today, or that I did today, was unboxing videos too. I mean, there's yeah. I'm squirrel, you know.
Happens every time. You
Yeah,
try to
it
read
does. I
chat.
look at the chat. Well, the thing is, I've got the chat up now, and the way I've got my monitor set up over here, I have everything in front of me so that when I'm looking at the chat, I'm basically looking at the camera, but I'm still looking at the
Right.
chat and lose my train of thought. But, all right. Enough of the doom and gloom for a minute. We're all screwed.
Hey,
We're
look,
going to
a
have to
squirrel.
accept it. Do what?
Huh?
What?
Where?
Yeah. Yeah. Don't do me that way. There we go again. All right. Now, I tried this once. Let's see if it works again. Well, let me try it. If it doesn't work, I'm just going to do it.
What are you
this
going to do
way.
now?
I
can
am
tell
going
you're
to do the
clicking
shout
things and
out of the
pushing
week.
buttons. You're scaring me.
Yeah,
You're going
I
to do
know.
the shout out.
Yeah.
Are you going to make it work right?
Well, that's
You're going to
the
hit the
whole
right
point.
one?
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Okay. Everybody hang on to your hats. Lloyd's pushing buttons again, for crying out loud.
Yeah. Let me. Something tells me it's not going to work. So we're going to. And there we go. And if anybody wants to know the name of that tune, it's called Happy Birthday, Bozo.
Bozo. Happy birthday, Greg.
Happy birthday, mate. uh, that was fun. Yeah. Okay.
Congratulations, Greg. What are you, 49 now?
No, he's 50. That's why it's called
48?
Greg. Greg, the old fart Coonert. He's 50 years
Oh.
old today. He's over the hill.
Oh, he's 50.
Yes, he's
He's
old
a
as the hills.
youngster, isn't he?
Yeah, he's old as hills and twice as dusty now.
Yeah. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Well, I had to do something.
Happy Bozo, Lloyd.
Yeah, happy Bozo Lloyd.
I think you should have put a Bozo wig on him in the Photoshop when you done that.
I should
thing
have
there
done
instead
that.
of those headphones.
If I'd have been, yeah. He would have looked good with Bozo the Clown. I am Floyd Moats
Yeah,
is in.
exactly, Floyd. Exactly. And actually, I kind of wish they would.
Yeah.
But
Welcome,
apparently
Floyd.
the FTC has a lot more manpower than the FAA does.
Yeah, that's true. They do. So, anyways, I don't want anybody to forget. But when I finally hit 1,000, should that ever happen, I will be giving away this. And
You haven't talked about that in a while.
no, it's been a week or two since I talked about it. I forgot. Last week went by so fast, and I wanted to make sure I got the shout out. And last week was Veterans Day too, and I just didn't think it was,
True.
I want to be more serious about it. And also, I'll be giving this away, and well, this also go with it, and they're a match set. So when I hit 1,000, I'll have the rules set up then, and that will be. I'll explain all the rules in, but I got to get to 1,000. So, and I'm slowly climbing. You know, I'm getting there, and wow, yeah. I had a busy weekend because I helped out with Greg's show on Friday. I ended up being the guest on Art's show on Saturday. Then I watched Art's earlier show, and then we had a real busy show Sunday. And then I turned around and did your show. And it's just like I'm tired. By the time Monday evening gets here, I'm just wore out.
Why, all you do is sit in your chair and rock and run your mouth. I mean, how bad can
well,
that
I know.
be?
That's something else I'm trying to do is stop the rocking. It's
and you know, you do more running for Judy than you do for the YouTube stuff.
well, that's true. That's
I mean,
the
you
other
don't
reason
even
I'm
go
tired.
out and fly videos anymore to show anybody videos on your channel.
Well, that's it.
I mean, come on, what are you getting lazy?
Pretty much, yeah.
Come on,
Plus, it's cold
Grandpa,
out now.
step it up.
Hey, I went out. That's the other thing. That's the other reason I'm still wore out from Saturday, standing out there in the cold. I'm still trying to get warm from being in front of that train.
Oh man, I knew you were gonna blame the train for something.
Everybody was texting me, yeah. Hey, you got to go see the train. Yeah, all right, okay, all right. You know, I did, and I appreciate everybody who let me know about it, and I was glad that I went and saw it. You know, it was worthwhile. I'm just having problems with my editor because I've got like 17 minutes worth of video, and I need to cut it down to at least, you know, under 9. You know, is where I'd like to have
yeah,
it.
mine ended up at 6.5, and I thought that was going to be too long, but apparently,
Yeah,
I'll say that everybody that watched it watched the whole thing,
yeah.
but I only had 100 and something views on that video. I thought it'd be more, but oh well.
I do need to do a droning video, and it's just I've got the
Hi, Brent.
attention span of a gnat. You know, that's the problem too. I think I'm going to do one thing, and something else happens, and it's like squirrel. You know, that's why I
Yep.
got the squirrel. Yeah.
That's about the right size of
Yeah.
it too.
I-
At least you admit it, and you're honest.
Oh yeah, and yeah, I've forgot who I was talking to today, but I was telling him something. I just completely forgot what I was talking about. It's just like, shoo. But
Yeah.
well, we got a call today at 8:30. As I was going to say, Judy had some tests done, and I told you about it already. But
Yep.
Judy's kidney functions are not what they should be, so she's got to. And this kind of caught us off guard. We weren't expecting this, so we're taking her off of one of her medicines and a couple of them to get that down, and then we're going to retest her again on Thursday, and figure out what to do from there. But we knew she was having a little bit of her kidneys weren't outputting quite enough, because whenever they do those CTs, the stuff they inject her with, she has to drink a lot of water afterwards, because normally the kidneys would flush it out. But because her kidneys aren't functioning at 100% right now, she has to drink a lot of extra water to get that stuff flushed out. And so I've been, pumping her full of water today and reducing, a couple of her medicines that she takes on a regular basis. And it's not going to hurt her be without them. And we'll see how that does. And we'll know a little more on Thursday, or well, probably won't know anything till the following Monday. But it's just like one more thing we got to deal with. We get one thing straightened out, and it's something else. And that's probably what's been causing a lot of her hurting and leg cramps and stuff is, her kidney functions are off a little bit. So
That could be.
And yeah, I looked up what the different ones were, and it's like, okay. with luck, this is
Well,
going to solve.
You don't want to go chasing that yet because you don't know.
Well,
what's
no,
causing it.
I
There's
just
way
I
too
just
many
want to know
things
I want to know what those tests meant, because they call up and say, well, our kidneys aren't functioning good. Well, so I went and looked at the test and I said, okay, these three levels are, these two levels are low and these two levels are high. What do they mean? And it was an average between the four things that showed that her kidneys weren't quite 100%. It's not bad yet, but it could be real quick. Kidneys are a fickle thing, and but my sister hasn't had any kidneys for 5 years, so she's doing fine. Well, she's taking dialysis 3 days a week. I don't want Judy to have to do dialysis, So
Right.
we want to nip it in the bud. So
Well, hopefully that'll all work out good.
yeah,
I hope that
and
comes out.
some of these levels will change because of age, anyways. So that's why they want her completely off that stuff.
Yeah.
But so that's the way my day's been. And I had this show perfectly set up, and for whatever reason, like I said, I must have scheduled it. Yeah, I didn't think I'd hit the schedule button because I quit using that because it always creates a problem. But this
Sure it
time,
does, because at 7 o'clock it starts a stream whether you're ready or not,
exactly, yeah,
or whether you've got vMix or Wirecast or
Yeah.
OBS. It doesn't
yeah,
matter.
it doesn't matter.
YouTube
Yeah.
starts a stream.
Exactly. So, but
Where is Chris? I haven't seen him in here tonight.
who?
Chris
Oh,
Hope.
Chris, he's probably listening in, and he is on his way to downtown Dallas, Texas. And he had about a 2-hour drive when he called me. I forgot to. So, if anybody wants to go on the description and look up the description for this show and copy, let me see if I can get it. Copy the info there. You can. I'll put the first copy, and then you guys can copy and paste it later. There you go. Well, there's Nightbot, so I don't need to put that one up there. But, oops.
Well, it used to, Greg. If you scheduled a stream for a certain time, it would start streaming at that time. Maybe that was because of that Google thing that used to make it function. But yeah, it used to. I know that for a fact. I had 2 streams going at once one time because of it.
Right. Okay, there is that one. And then there is this one here. So if somebody wants to occasionally paste those in there, that would help out the channel. And of course, we can't forget this. Yeah. And
There you
this
go. One for Dan.
Yeah, and I've got one other one here. There we go. Well, I depend on Chris to do all this. That just shows you how much I depend on him. So, anyways, those are the 4 links, and if anybody wants to occasionally post them, or if you just...
Give them to Nightbot, Greg says. Give them
yeah,
to Nightbot.
and I do need to give them to Nightbot, because I have my Patreon one up there, but I don't have... I got to go back and reset the... yeah, there's Rick. Hey, Rick, I just noticed you were in here when you put that up.
Yeah, he's been reposting those links for you.
Oh, well, and he's the one who started the...
I did get my Patreon account set up. I don't have it ready to go yet and finished, but I'm working on it. I don't know what for. Nobody's going to give me $1 a week, but,
Well, you never know. There's people out there.
Have a good evening, Floyd. Thanks for coming in and being part of the show.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you stopping in, Floyd. Nightbot, tell us a joke. Yeah, I wish. Yeah, Mel, tell us a joke.
Alexa, tell us a joke.
What do you call a dinosaur who's the life of the party? Dynamite.
Oh my
Oh my
God.
God.
What do you call a dinosaur that's the life of the
Life of the party.
party?
Dynamite.
Dynamite.
Could have been worse. What do you call
Yeah.
it? Extinct dog?
That one
Dynamite?
was strong like tree, smart like tractor, or strong like tractor, smart like tree. Something
Yeah,
like
something
that.
like that. Yeah. Oh, man. So what have we covered so far? We've managed to gripe about the COPA thing. Oh, well, I told you guys on your show last night, or was it on your show? Or was it on Art's show? It's on Art's show. I think I forgot to mention it last night. About the young man who was. That's the other thing. I'm trying to zoom in on the drone. There were two drones there flying right over the top of everybody. And I tracked them down, and I found one of them. And unfortunately, it was a 15-year-old boy with no daddy around doing, and it's a 15-year-old kid, and he's got a Mavic 2 Pro. I said, man, that's like $1,500, and you're out here flying this. If it loses signals or something happens, excuse me, something happens, they will, it crashes down on the ground. You're going to tick somebody off. They're going to stomp on your drone. If you don't hurt somebody with it, and you're going to lose your drone one way or the other. And how your parents are going to feel about you getting your $1,500 drone stepped on or confiscated? I don't think they'd be too happy, So,
Right.
anyways, he did bring down. I mean, because one, there was a helicopter in the air. Two, he was flying over people. Three, he was under 16, and he didn't have an adult present to fly with. And I believe you have to have an adult present with you if you're under 16, right?
I'm not sure about that. I think so. I know you can't register one if you're under 16. You have to have an adult do it.
Yeah.
You all right over there?
Yeah, I got choked on something. And anyways, so yeah. But yeah, it was just he was flying around over there, and there was somebody else flying over there too. And I made a mistake in my filming. I didn't look to see if my Osmo Pocket was on 4K or not. I had it on 1080p. So when I zoom it's okay, but when I go to zoom it in to look at those drones, it, pixelates a little bit when you zoom it in real close. If it was in 4K, I probably could zoom in and read the numbers off of it. If it even had numbers. I doubt that kid had any numbers on it. But I don't know where his parents were. But yeah, he was standing out there. I think he was there with his girlfriend because she kind of come up and bumped him in the shoulder, and he looked at her like embarrassed, so, or maybe it's a girl he likes. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know where his parents were, and they should have been there. But yeah. So that was the end of the. At that point, I thought, okay, I've chewed this little kid out. I'm going to go. Kid wasn't even out of braces. But anyways, I thought, well, I've made his day. I'm going to go home.
Yeah.
I am the grumpy vlogger. So, but yeah, I don't know where his parents were. And the thing is this was over in Fort Gibson, which that's where, well, they've got the better schools. They've got the, that's where the money's at right now. Even though parts of Fort Gibson is where the poor white trash is, in this county. But it's also where some of the rich people are at because they've got oil money coming in, and everybody wants to send their kids to Fort Gibson schools because you got OG&E and oil money over there, and they've got they're getting the better part of the tax money, and yeah, if I'd have caught somebody not putting their buggy back, yeah. As a matter of fact, I was finishing up a vlog the other day, and I'm talking up there to it, and this I pulled in. It was kind of dark. It was getting, I had my headlights on because it's cloudy or it was getting on. And she's just giving me this nasty look, and I can see her over running her mouth, and she's looking at me like, what the hell? I guess she thought I'm the one who left all the carts in the handicap spot. Well, I finished up, I reached up, shut off the phone, pulled it off, stuck it in my pocket, and she'd already walked inside. Well, then she saw me in the store, and every time she saw me, her nose went up in the air. She couldn't get out of that store fast enough because I think she thought I'd left the carts there. Instead, I had just pulled up, and whoever was in the car with her, as soon as I got out of the car, is another older woman. She drops her head like she's really embarrassed by probably her daughter, who is a snob. And she kind of stuck her nose up in the air, but then she couldn't get up to the front fast enough. She avoided me at every aisle because, I'm the kind of person that stalks people when they tick me off. So I just look at her and smile, Just rub it in.
Open up a canny grumpy on them.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yes, I did get grumpy on his little butt, and he needed it. I mean, I didn't use foul language. I was proud of myself. I didn't call him a little shit, even though I wanted to. Whoops. Sorry. If any kids are watching, you're on the wrong damn channel. Anyways. Ben.
That's right. Get
Games.
the heck out of here.
Well, actually, we got Ben Ritt Games. And there we go. Who's that? Let's see. I don't know who that is. I'm going to go check that out. Somebody new. And welcome to my channel.
Well, that's a good thing. Have new people stop in.
Yeah, always enjoyable.
We got 2,500 subscribers.
Oh, okay.
Looks
okay.
like they do
A lot of gaming stuff, yep.
a lot of gaming stuff, yep.
Yep.
That's one of them channels that's going to be directed toward children.
That's going to be one of those that, yeah, they're going to have to...
and they're going to lose their monetization.
Unfortunately, yeah, I'm afraid so. But anyways...
Hello,
oh,
Jim.
There's Jim from Above and Beyond. Did you ever get hold of him today? Or did he ever get hold of you?
Yeah, we talked for probably 2 hours on the phone.
Okay. All right, good. Because I just sent him a text with your phone number. Said for him to call you, so...
Hey, there's Chris Hope. He says he's at a red light.
All right. Glad you... Just don't run it. I'm going to shoot that dog in the butt with a BB gun. If I catch him peeing on my rims again.
Tater, I got a better one for you. Get you one of them electric fence things. Hook it to your rims and put it on the ground. And when
Electric
he hikes
fence
his
charger.
leg and makes contact with that liquid,
Yeah.
I guarantee you'll get his attention.
Yeah,
I
that would
promise
work.
you. It absolutely works.
Yeah.
As soon as that liquid stream makes contact.
Yeah. Well, sometimes education goes a long way. I remember I got out of the RC aeroplane game because the experience I had at the field. That's why I like flight tests. They are very inclusive. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wished the kid luck and told him when he got old enough to go get his Part 107, but I really insisted he needed to go to FAA.gov, the drone zone, you know, and educate himself. I said, this is the reason we as hobbyists have so many rules on us. Is because people are doing things that can hurt other people. I said
Yep.
I said,
Yep.
how would you feel if that fell on some little kid's head? And
Yeah, or a baby.
yeah, and
Yeah, exactly.
I think I know why the guy had the FAA jacket. I think they were probably filming as they traverse across the country, and is probably a Part 107 pilot that's filming different spots in, for Union Pacific Museum or something like that. That's the only thing I
Could
can
be.
think of. That because they
Well,
rode
the only
in
way
on the
he's
train.
flying a drone is while they're at stops,
Do what?
because that train ain't going to stop 15 minutes after it starts rolling just
No,
so this guy
no,
can
no.
retrieve his
Well,
drone.
that's what I
guarantee
mean.
you.
That may have been where that other drone went to. It might have belonged to that guy. The FAA pilot.
May have.
Or
Did the electric fence thing to my older sister one time when she was a kid. She wasn't amused. Well, I had
have you
two
ever done that?
Rottweilers years ago. What's that?
Have you ever had that done to you, or have you ever done it? Peed on
Touched
electric fence?
fence? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've touched the electric fence.
Yeah.
I grabbed a handful of it because I put it up on the I had a wood fence, and my two Rotties kept, they'd headbutt the fence boards till they knocked them loose so they could get out.
Right.
Well, my idea was 4 foot of chicken wire lining the inside of the wood fence in the dog kennel, and I made that fence hot with electric fence.
Right.
And I grabbed a handful of it, standing barefooted on the ground, because I wanted to know what it felt like before I did it to my dogs. It was not hot starting, but it was not terribly pleasant either. Well, that cured them. That cured them a headbutt in the fence boards to knock them loose.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the first time that my male Roddy hiked his leg on the fence, it cured him of doing that too. I guarantee you. When that stream made contact, he was ki-yiing all the way across the yard.
My son has had a chain link fence out there, where you parked, where that wood fence is now. It used to be a chain link fence. And my daughter-in-law, bless her heart, was always bringing home some sort of stray mutt from, she's an animal lover, and she's always bringing home some mud or something. And they were always trying to escape, and they had a couple good dogs that, that was their regular dogs, and they didn't want them getting out, and they were invariably getting out. So he'd fire up he had it strung around the inside of that fence, insulators on it so that, but it wouldn't short out with the main fence. But you'd know when he had the electric fence on, and he didn't leave it on all the time. He'd let them, play that game. Well, okay, I'm going to test it one time, and I got by. I'm going to try it. Next time the thing would be on, because he'd have it run through cycles. Every so often you'd hear it.
Yep.
James has got the fence on again.
Yep.
Of course, Judith said, "Oh, them poor babies." I said, "No, them dogs ain't getting out of the yard. That's why. That's what they deserve."
Hey, my
he
female
ran it across
Rottweiler,
the
she
top.
kept digging. She learned to dig under the fence.
Yeah.
After all this, okay, so that forced me to dig a 1 foot wide, 1 foot deep trench. The way the yard was, the fence come out from the house.
Right.
And then it went down the side of the property, and then it went across the backyard. Well, from the back of the garage to the fence was another chain link fence, and that whole area was dog kennel. It was 15 feet wide and 35, 40 feet long. Big dog kennel.
Right.
The wood fence that went to the exterior of the property, I had to basically dig a moat on the inside of that and fill it with concrete.
Yeah. Yeah.
I literally, I did
Yeah.
a 1 foot footing, 6 inches deep, 6 inches wide, 1 foot deep, the whole perimeter of the wood fence to get her to quit digging under it.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to, because those
old 48 Chevy close to
the weed
a
burner
burner
fence.
fence.
Yeah, I dropped a pipe on the fence and her bumper. It was funny. She brought Dad out to see what was wrong. Yeah, because she had her arm up on that edge of the probably do that. Yeah. But by the way, let me welcome Okie Tom. I've seen him in a couple of different chats, and I think this is the first time he's visited our show. And I saw him in here. I've been reading his stuff and commenting on it. I just forgot to say hi to him. So welcome, Okie Tom. I assume you are from Oklahoma. So, and what part of Oklahoma are you from, Tom? Anyways, moving right along. We've actually, how long have we been
Burn
live?
an hour.
Huh?
You burn an hour.
I burned an hour up again, didn't I? Man.
Yep.
I can waste an hour faster than anybody I know, can't I? That's the truth too. I mean, I can. Yeah, I can.
And
I can
Greg,
waste
if
it.
you're still listening, happy birthday.
Yes, absolutely. Let me see if I can get it to work again. One more time.
Jim
Silent
says,
Springs.
nope, he's from Jersey. Okie Tom. Nope,
Okie
he's
Tom.
from Jersey.
He says over by
He's over
Silent
by
Springs.
Siloam Springs.
He's not too far from where
Oh.
you're at, Mel.
Right.
Yeah. Let me do one more. See if the
30,
shout out
40
will work.
miles or something.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to try this one more time. Let's see if it'll...
Blur. Oh.
And that's that. I had to get in one more happy birthday to him. I worked on that today. Let's see, you're legally required to comply with children. Really? I've already done that.
What's that?
Oh, it popped up that
Oh.
little blue thing about, you're required to go to the blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I've already done that on my channel.
And I started saying I didn't realize Lloyd was going to play that again right then. I guess I wasn't paying attention to Lloyd, heaven forbid. He never rambles on. Jim, what we talked about on the phone earlier, I'm going to give that a try right after the show. So I'll shoot you a text or something and let you know what happens.
Oh, Mel, just for that comment.
Bite me.
That's what I've been waiting for.
There we go.
Man, I had to force you to play it for crying out loud.
I got
I
too
love
many
it
of
when a
them.
plan comes
Yeah,
together.
I've got too many of them going on now. That's my problem. It's just I've got too much going on in the show. And well, you know what I just did? I thought I'm going to do this and pop up the chat so I can read it, and then I turned around and clicked on something else, so I, and it dropped it right back down again. It's like, really?
Yeah, Jim, he wants you to send it to me.
What's that?
I think Jim was talking about his dory, his underwater ROV.
Oh yeah,
And,
yeah. He's supposed to be giving it to me
Tater
when he's done
commented
with
on it. So Jim says, anything you'd like me to do with it? And I was like, yeah, he wants you to send it to me.
I thought he was sending it to me first.
I'm supposed to deliver it to you. I'm supposed to
Oh, is
hand
that
carry
it?
it to you.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
you know how much I'll actually use that, right? I mean, about as much as I use my drone
Absolutely
right now.
none.
Yeah, exactly. This is why I don't
Yeah.
buy. This is why I don't buy drone. You know, I'll fly it again. You know when I'll fly it? On 4th of July again. Except this time I'll
That
have my little
sounds
lights
about
and I'll be
right.
able to see. Yeah, yeah. I'll get out there and fly it. It's just, you know, once I get in, you know, you people should feel privileged out in the audience because I actually get dressed for this show. There's some shows I don't.
This is this is how you'll fly it, Lloyd.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yep.
We're both landlocked,
Short,
no ocean.
quick, and
We have lakes here. We have some really nice lakes. As a matter of fact, in Oklahoma,
yeah.
Grand Lake up there. I mean, that thing's so deep that you know, send it down, and you know the only problem is there's a couple of these lakes. I think like Fort Gibson Lake out here by me. You don't want to put something like that down there, way down in there, because they've got catfish down there that scare the scuba divers that have to go down and inspect the dams.
Oh, come on.
I saw them pull out a 35-pound catfish out of there one time. That's a
pretty
big
good-sized catfish.
Yeah, that was one. That was one. That was a fish fry for like about a month.
Yeah. I don't know how much meat they get off of them, but over there at Birdsong Marina, where I flew, I've got a couple videos on my channel from Birdsong. That's where one of the paddle wheel boats is sunk right there. I did a video on that. One of the Queen something or other, Mississippi Queen or something,
Right.
series. But I've seen people at the fish cleaning station cleaning catfish that were 5 and 6 foot long.
Oh
Man,
yeah,
big around as I could reach.
I've pulled some big catfish out when running trot lines with my cousin. There was a couple of them. We just about didn't get in the boat. I mean, I've seen some big ones coming out of there.
Yeah.
You know, running trot lines and stuff. And I assume you guys run trot lines down there. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, catfish around here is like, you know, they're a dime a dozen. Everybody's. I ran into a gal she's 18 years old. She's never had fish. She had one type of fish. It was an exotic fish of some sort, and then she found out that it could possibly kill her. It wasn't the puffer fish, but it was something. It could make her very sick after she'd ate it, and she's never had. And I was over at Charlie's
Probably
today.
sculpin or something.
Yeah, something like that. And I was over at Charlie's, and she works there. And she said she'd never had fish. And they sell fish every Monday and Friday, so she has no clue what she's... And she says, I've never had fish. And like, well, I grew up in Colorado, so I'm used to it. I like rainbow trout, you know. But anyways, with that said
It's
and
good
done...
smoke, too.
Oh, yeah, trout. Smoked trout. Oh, yeah. Anyways,
Hard to beat.
it is, and we have gone
Keeping
on
it
for.
lit's a little tough, but
Yeah, it is. Rolling them suckers is what's really hard.
yeah.
I just went with the flow there, Mel. I saw where you were going. I just went right on with it.
And
You
you
opened the
didn't
door and
even
I walked in.
like. Yeah, I mean,
I didn't even
You just-
hesitate.
not one little bit. I mean, you just went right in and nailed
was
it.
it,
You
so-
know.
Anyways, well, on that final note, we probably need to let these good people get on to something that might be more interesting than my show. And but I want to welcome
Now wait a
everybody
minute.
who came.
Wait a
and-
minute.
Well,
Are
there
you
might-
are you saying your show's not interesting?
Well, it's always interesting to me, but I like to hear myself talk. That's why I've got a show.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Now it makes
I just don't know if
sense.
anybody else likes it. You know, but
Yeah. Ben Cartwright says, smoked trout. Now, that's a funny joke.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's never had smoked trout
Yeah.
because I don't know what's
I
better,
think he was.
smoked trout or smoked salmon.
Smoked trout is different, and it depends on the. Oh, there's Brad Alston. Welcome.
Hello, Brad.
Yeah, we're just about to finish up the show. Yeah. I got lost again. Squirrel.
There he goes. Yep. He even got me that time. I was watching him
He
run.
was watching him run. Yeah, exactly. Oh, all right, guys. It's been.
You can
We've
tune
had
a
fun
piano,
tonight.
but you can't tune a fish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
Before the jokes get any worse, we probably need to let
you got
these
a
good folks
haircut.
go. Yes, I did. Yeah, it's.
And you're not wearing a hat.
And I'm not wearing a hat. Yeah.
And it's funny, you know, we both chose not to wear hats tonight, and we did not discuss that prior to the
No,
show.
it just we sat down and like, oh yeah, yeah. Judy said, she says, why don't you go in there and just comb your hair and put a hat on, or not put your hat on for a change, just comb your hair out there. Okay, so I had to find a comb.
Well, as short as your hair is now, combing it's pretty easy.
Yeah, just kind of, but because you guys have seen what my afro looks like, so my hair is strange in the way it lays, so it kind of swirls back, sort of does the Trump thing, swirling around the top of the head, except that mine's short and it's not orange, thank God. But anyways, I mean, I appreciate the man, but you think with being a billionaire, I've actually looked at him. If you guys look at him, he's not wearing a toupee. He's wearing a really long comb over.
Actually, he's not.
It's not a comb over?
He was on, he was on Jimmy Kimmel or something like that one night, and he said, man, I just really want to mess up your hair because everybody thinks it's a toupee, right?
Right, yeah. Well,
Trump leaned over, and he took both hands, and he went like that, and the hair was standing straight up everywhere.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure enough.
He's just got weird hair.
Sure enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Now that I'm getting ready, this thing's been running yellow this whole time. Now that I'm getting ready to sign off, it goes green, well, that's all right. Anyways, I want to thank everybody. Mel, I want to thank you for coming in, being my co-host again, as usual. Always enjoy having you, and we always have fun. And
Thank you for having me.
Just be nice to each other, treat each other the way you want to be treated. Fly safe, fly legal, and don't take any wooden nickels. Half these people are going, what's a wooden nickel? I got to look that one up. So with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and start the timer and let it run down, come back for one quick word, and then I'm out of here. So, Mel, thanks again, my friend.
Thank you, Lloyd.
All right. And
thank you, everybody in chat, for coming and being part of the show.
yes, and thanks for everybody that's posting stuff for us, too, because Chris was unable to. So, and the timer starts now.
Well, I'm known as the grumpy vlogger. I'll gripe and complain longer. Please do me the ado and kindly view me on YouTube.
My fellow Americans, I am Lloyd Mendenhall, the Grumpy Vlogger. I am running for President of the United States of America in the 2020 election. I will be running on the Indem Republican ticket. I, along with my running mate, James Boyd from Above and Beyond Drones, would like your support. We stand for nothing, and we won't stand for anything. Remember, bite me. Vote for me, and I will set you free. Paid for by the Grumpy Vlogger Campaign Committee. And I approve this message. Thank you. Okay, everybody, thank you again so much for stopping by to visit. Hope you all have a good week, and I'll see you in the chat somewhere. I am the Grumpy Vlogger, and I'm out of here. And goodbye, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are. Bye-bye for now.